Hello everyone, I'm Angelo. I've been homeless in Northern Virginia for over 3 months now, and I couldn't get the thumbnail working, by the way. YouTube won't let me, it's just so screwed up. I couldn't upload the custom thumbnail I made, that's why it's just the picture that it took for the live stream. I've got this sort of very clumsily made tripod. I've got my phone on, it barely, anyways. So everybody, it's Valentine's Day. I thought I'd help you all after you've all given me so much, and I would give something back by answering your relationship questions, your health questions, your gardening questions, home repair. Just ask me questions, and I'm going to give you sound advice that you can really use. My ears hurt so damn much because I was editing videos on my laptop yesterday. Helicopters coming in just to make sure we got a tight perimeter. And even at the lowest volume, my ears are like piercingly hurt. Listen, my ears are so sensitive. Hello, Liebert and Newelly. Yep, there it comes. You see it? Just watching over, making sure the shoot's going well. Where is it? Wow, that's really low. But it's not that loud, though. Click the like button. Oh, this stupid thing. It's so awkward. By the way, before we actually start, so click the like button. That helps get YouTube to share these videos. I want to... look. Who's the genius who keeps sending me Bibles? Stop sending me Bibles. I got a P.O. box. It's not for being abused. Hello, Laura. And also, thanks to the person who literally just sent me an empty bubble mailer. That's what it says. Description of contents. Bubble bag. 14 by 16. One-piece bubble bag. Somebody sent me a bubble bag from China. So, anyways. Hello, Audrey. My ears are hurting so damn much. Even though I wore, especially my right ear, and I wore an earplug when I was editing, and I had the volume so low. My ears are just so sensitive. I cannot take fucking noise. Oh, it's killing me. So that's one reason I got to get a home. I've been homeless, and so I edit with the earphones or headphones, but one reason to get a home is so I can play them over speakers and just not have it just hurts so much right now. Anyways, yes, this is a date with Angelo, whatever. I had to come up with a catchy title. That's how YouTube works. That's just how the game goes. Don't hate me. Why is anybody sending me a Bible? Anyways, so it's a little cold out. It's not too bad. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, didn't I put this shirt on over this? My thermal shirt? Angelica, you have a flood. Okay, here's a question. Here's an opportunity to help somebody. You have a flood drains. Your drains aren't working. Beaumont, California. Happy Valentine's Day. Say hola a tu mama. All right. Thank you. So your drain's clogged. Real simple. What you're going to want to do is get a chimney. If people don't know this, you get like one of those brushes for chimneys, to sweep chimneys, and you put it on the edge of the drain, and you get a hammer or a mallet, like just a mallet that you would use to like crush crabs open or whatever. You just hold it and you whack it in there real hard, pull it out, and then you get a one of those like toilet seals to, like, it's like a plunger for the toilet that you just seal over the toilet, and you press it a few times and it creates a vacuum seal so it sucks all the contents out. Put that on the edge of the drain, push it a few times, the whole clog will come right out. So another problem solved. Yes, this is Q&A. Thanks, Laura. Yes, this is question answer. That's the idea. Look, I had to put a title that was, gonna get people interested in watching. I guess I don't know if interested in watching, but a catchy title, A Date with Angelo on Valentine's Day. So here you go. I'm going to answer your questions. By the way, most of my answers for people's relationship problems are go to therapy and break up. So that's really, and read books. So go to therapy, break up, read books. That's it. That answers most of the relationship problems out there. Your girlfriend does this, your boyfriend, you know, acts out or whatever. Go to therapy, break up, read books. Click the like button. My own voice is hurting my ears. I can't take it. My parents are doing all right. Yeah, they're doing fine. My dad's doing better. He's recovering by the day, exercising, and his mind seems sharper. As many of you know, he fell and broke his hip in what was a minor hip fracture, but still he's like 87 years old, so it required him to go to rehab and everything. But he's doing a lot better. And I'm still taking antibiotics. By the way, I didn't shave today. I shaved yesterday. You notice the rash seems mostly gone. So I'm not going to shave again for a few days. I shaved because I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the beard, even if I was, you know, making the rash a little bit worse, what's left of it. I'm still taking antibiotics for it. But I'm not going to shave again for a few days. I'm putting everything on my face. So I'm putting, like somebody said, coconut oil. I'm putting coconut oil. I got coconut like skin cream. I got more foot fungus lotion. I'm putting witch hazel on my face. I'm washing my face with soap and with the dandruff shampoo. By the way, here's a good tip for dandruff shampoo, because Head and Shoulders is good, but it's really expensive. It's like $9 a bottle or something a lot of places. I've been going to Dollar Tree, getting their dollar shampoo for dandruff. Works just as well. It's so great. So I'm saving a ton of money just by getting that Dollar Tree. Has a lot of great bathroom products: soap, body wash, you know, toothbrushes, toothpaste, everything. Man, they got tons of great stuff. Don't bother going to a grocery store, or especially CVS. They're really expensive. Just go to Dollar Tree. And if that's a source of tension in your relationship, where to shop, you know, for bathroom items, tell, you know, whoever, tell your partner that you're going to Dollar Tree. Angelo recommended it. And watch my videos. That's another problem solved. Good. I wanted to dry out the lotion on my face. Okay, I don't know. Look, I'm just trying everything. Somebody said coconut oil. I'm trying coconut. By the way, I'm going to get rid of the coconut oil because it's annoying. It's like candle wax practically. So I've got to like chip away at it and rub it on my face. But I'm going to give it to my mom if she wants to cook with it. And I'm just going to use the coconut cream. But good, I want to dry it out. I want to dry out this rash and kill it. I'm going to like wage a war of attrition on this rash. Even if I have to dry out my own skin, good. Don't think I'm scared of dry skin. My skin's too greasy as it is. Yes, CVS prices are awful. Aloe vera, I don't know where to get actual aloe vera. You can buy stuff that says aloe vera and it's not aloe vera. I don't know yet about the job, Thomas. I'm guessing I didn't get it. That's fine. You know, I know something better will come along, and I've got stuff I'm working on too. So, damn, this tripod is so crappy. Now it's crooked. There, that's better. I don't know, it's like 45 degrees. Tea tree oil, I have that. I did get that. The problem is it says don't use on broken or irritated skin. And if I have a rash, that's irritated skin. So I'll just wait. I'll wait until I get better. By the way, 14 people in here. Thank you for joining me. Click the like button. My ears are hurting. I'm going to put in earplugs to protect my ears from my own voice. I always carry earplugs with me. Go. Click the like button. That helps this video get to the top of YouTube's suggested videos. Help me out. I don't know, it's like 45 degrees. It's not too bad. Sitting here at the park on a bench. Hey, Chappie. Thanks for joining. So I'm answering people's relationship questions. And my ears are killing me because they're so sensitive from the smallest noise. I gotta quit my job. I work in a bar. The music's not that loud there, but over time, you know, it's cumulative, and I always wear earplugs. And I got to, getting a home at some point because editing with headphones, it's like needles in my ears. It hurts so damn bad, even with my earplugs in and the volume low. Yeah, earplugs are a blessing when you have 1 and 2 year old. Good. Yeah, wear them. So the rash is getting better. I was rubbing, what the hell did I put? Yeah, I put the coconut oil, like for cooking, on my face. Somebody recommended I put it on, so there you go. Another helicopter. Making sure the perimeter's tight. Aerial recon for me. No, I don't speak Greek. I'm practicing my Spanish. It's getting a lot better. I can understand conversations like pretty well. It's still, a lot of awkwardness though in forming the sentences and hearing them and needing stuff repeated. So I'm really working on it. Thanks, Chappie. What's your question, Anita? I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh, it smells a little like weed out here. Not that it smells, I don't know. Not that I try and, narc anyone out, so let's just pretend I didn't say that. There's no one else out here, too. It could just be, I don't know, something like manure on the road. Oh, Chappie, thanks for the $4.99 donation. Thank you. It's going to help a lot. $4.99 is good for like the one Sigis yogurt that I got today, which has a ton of protein. Or it can buy me like 2 large jars of peanut butter at Aldi. Or it can get me like a whole bag of almonds from Aldi. So thank you for that. Oh, my fucking ears. My uncle lives in Virginia, Newport News. Same name as me. Not many Angelos out there. I get confused whenever I hear Angelo. I wonder what it's like for people with common names to know, like to hear their name said a lot and there's other people with that name. Because I've barely ever met any Angelos in my life. What's your question, Anita? Audrey, dream job? I don't like to think of it in terms of dream job, like, I will be happy when I get this one, but I want to write and direct movies. And it's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm writing as I'm speaking, and I'm directing this video. But I'm writing screenplays, and oh my goodness, I don't know if I should talk about this. Oh, well, for one thing, I went out to the Green New Deal demonstrations yesterday in DC in the Senate offices. First of all, this Senate building, I didn't realize quite how big it is. It is massive. Every square inch looks like it costs $1,000. It's just amazing how in Northeast DC, you can go up and down the street and find poverty, that the Senate office is like jammed in the middle with this incredible decadence and luxury. It's just massive, this building. Well, I mean massive, but it's like everything beautiful, perfectly clean carpets, marble, marble walls. It's so obscene, the waste. And you go all up and down the street and the buildings there are like disgusting, huge buildings. I don't like that. These huge monstrosities of buildings that are like, keep out, fuck off. Like we'll crush you if we want to. It's so gross, especially when the rent for an average 1-bedroom apartment in Washington, D.C. is $2,400 a month. So you have to be rich to rent an apartment, unless you got 6 other people there with you, or I don't know how people afford it, or you're living in a dirt cheap place, and that is not comfortable for a lot of people, and increasingly people are having to be concentrated into poorer and poorer neighborhoods because they're being sued into eviction and they can't afford their apartments. Make a creepy, scary movie? Sure. I want to. Hey, Anita, from London. No, I don't still have vertigo. I am so glad that Amazon decided not to go to New York. It's not even that New York all said no. It's that Amazon so cowardly about moving there. They didn't want the bad publicity. It must be such an embarrassment that they just decided. And by the way, my voice is all muffled. It's weird with the headphone or earplugs in. But they just must have decided, oh, we don't want to put up with that scrutiny. With people saying we're not paying taxes and we're getting $3 billion in taxpayer subsidies while there are poor people and homeless people and people without medical care and without, like who can't afford food all over New York. And yet they found $3 billion to subsidize Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world that doesn't even pay their employees fairly, and left so many people homeless in Seattle because they drove up housing costs. Seattle has 12,000 homeless people. I believe that's the third largest homeless population in the country. You think Amazon gave a damn? They resisted a tax of $275 an employee to help pay to alleviate the homeless problem there. They refused. So it's not going to help our business. The numbers don't add up, and so we don't think it's going to help homeless people. Like, they didn't care one bit. You think they're going to care in New York, and you think they're going to care in Arlington, Virginia. So we got to keep them out of Arlington. It's going to make things even worse here. Rents are already going up. The average rent in Arlington, Virginia is $1,678 a month. That is obscene. It is incredibly expensive. So in other words, unless you're rich, you're going to have roommates all your life. It is horrible. I know people in their 50s and 60s who have roommates because they cannot afford to live on their own. It is horrible and so gross and obscene. We already have more jobs than unemployed people here. We have so many vacant commercial spaces because we zone too many spaces for commercial building instead of, say, for affordable housing or affordable apartments. The idea that bringing Amazon here is going to bring jobs doesn't make any sense. What it's going to do is bring rich people who can already get well-paying jobs here, who can already afford expensive homes here, and it's going to get them here because it's their favorite place. They just want it so bad. They'll put down the ton of money on your head, which is going to crush you down, so that they can live in the favorite place they have. By the way, in Northern Virginia, you know the two most rich counties in America? First richest county, Loudoun County. It's at like 30, 40 miles west of here, west of Arlington in Virginia. Loudoun County. Second richest, Falls Church, which is only like 5 or 6 miles away or so from Arlington. We already have many of the richest people around here. The problem is we have so many poor, so many people struggling, so many people who can barely afford food, barely afford rent, or got tons of student loans, and who can who have to work like 2 jobs to be able to afford to live. And if Amazon comes here, what are they going to do? Get a 3rd job? Commute even further? It's ridiculous. It's obscene. Just so they can have their favorite place here. And Amazon wants to be next to the Pentagon in D.C. By the way, they sell white supremacist materials on Amazon. They do not ban them from their website, even though many other websites have and payment processors have. Amazon is working with ICE to create facial recognition technology to be able to capture undocumented immigrants with cameras and AI that can pull up their faces. And by the way, this technology is highly imperfect and racist. They also want, so they're working to, as much as they say, oh, it's trying to keep costs down, and this is a very revenue, it makes sense for Virginia because it's going to bring in revenue. That's going to cost, that Amazon gets paid for all that technology, those government contracts, the facial recognition technology, but we spend millions and millions of dollars to deport people, to put them in court without proper representation, without access to counsel, without access to recourse for abuse, which many ICE officers engage in, physical, sexual abuse, deny them medical care, deny them their medicine, take away their medicine. It is so obscene. And ICE also wants to get a $10 billion contract for cloud computing with the Pentagon that will be used to support weapon systems. So while Amazon is reaping in billions and billions of dollars in business and billions in contracts from the government, we're paying to subsidize them so they can help make weapons to kill poor people in other countries that are no threat to us, while we're also accelerating climate change. The rich are like further entrenching themselves because they know that people are going to be outraged even more so at the exploitation of the poor, and at these needless wars, these expensive wars, and at how climate change is affecting us. It's actually going to make sea levels rise. It's going to make food harder to make. It's going to make fuel more expensive. And it's going to make the air dirtier, the water dirtier, and it means rich people will be further and further insulated because they'll have to make their rhetoric even more harsh against the poor, even stronger against immigrants, and they're going to view themselves as like even more like separated from people who are closest to the pain that their policies inflict. So anyways, I do not want Amazon here. Yeah, young people, I don't see how young people can even afford housing. You're struggling, you live in California, you're struggling to find a place for a boyfriend, everywhere's $1,000 a month at least. Man, $1,000, that's almost a bargain around here, but that's really tough. Yeah, because you should be making like what, $3,000 a month if you want a place for $1,000. Times it, 525. Perry, don't put racial stereotypes like that, please. But yeah, that's true. Amazon wanted a good offer and give nothing back. All right, Audrey, bye. Okay, Perry, you want to, there you go. You think I'm interested in your racist comments? There you go. Go spread your racism elsewhere. Or don't do it elsewhere. Going to bed now, okay, thanks, Anita. It's late in London, I'm sure. Actually, I gotta check something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry guys. Wow. Just had to check my messages real quick. Had a little bit of business to do. Trying to get the tripod straight. There we go. Good enough. Welcome back. Lost a bunch of people, that's okay. What can I do? I gotta get a separate phone just for live streaming because it's always inconvenient when I gotta like get phone calls or check emails or something or get messages. So yeah, Amazon does not care about regular people. It is so unbelievable the double speak from them, and I am so glad that they backed out of, they chickened out of New York. What the hell? Like, how easy was that? Like, it wasn't even like it didn't even seem like a ton, like overwhelming opposition to them. There was a lot, certainly, but a lot of politicians were in favor of them. And yet you see how powerful it was and how scared they were, I guess, of the bad publicity. It's not like necessarily they were worried so much about, the people like who are against them, the workers, representatives, the tenants representatives, people who are, who would have been demonstrating and petitioning. But they just didn't want to deal with it, I guess. They didn't want to deal with the hassle, the negative press. They didn't want probably to have to pay people fairly, and they didn't want the pressure to treat their workers well. So they just backed out and said, it's not worth it. We'll find somewhere that does want that. I hope they don't find anywhere. They say they're not looking for anywhere, and yet we know that's a lie. They certainly are. I read something that like they might be looking at Nashville. I know they were looking at Montgomery County, which is in Maryland. It's not far north of here. It's like, I don't know, 30, 40 miles north of here. It's a very rich area, and Montgomery County in Maryland were apparently offering like even more money than Arlington in Virginia to go there. I don't know exactly what happened with the deal. Oh, I guess part of it was Jeff Bezos literally lives around here. I think he lives in Northern Virginia. So he would have liked the headquarters. Isn't that nice? Just make your whole job move towards you because you own it. And by the way, I read this today on Twitter. I'm sure it's right. Jeff Twitter could end all homelessness in America and still be the richest man in the world. The fact that he doesn't want to, I don't care. Why can't anyone ask him about this? I want to hear his answer. Or I want to hear, like, uh, your employees are on food stamps. In many cases, Amazon has a large number of employees on food stamps. Can't you just pay them more? I want to hear his answer. I'm sure he's got a canned response ready to go. But that is obscene. Moist Andy, this channel's friend, works for Amazon. He should be able to live on the money he gets from his job. He's able to get by because he lives with his parents, but working a part-time job here, even for $15 an hour, it's not enough to live on. And I know because I make $15 an hour and I work part-time, and it's nowhere near enough to live on most places. I was only living in Arlington because I was paying on my credit card basically every month and constantly maxing out my credit card and going broke, and I was desperate. So that's why I went homeless. And also, I want to boycott landlords. Let me be clear on that. I do not support landlords. Everybody, again, click the like button. That helps get this. I know I lost a bunch of viewers when I had to pause the live stream. Had to attend a little business. What could I do? Also, I got this like a portable battery charger. So now it's easier to be out because this thing is so cool. You can connect it to your phone and just charge it. Like once the portable charger's charged, then you can just plug it into your phone and it will charge your phone. Like it'll give a charge or two for your phone, so you can be out and just charge your phone. And I need it because, especially being in DC, the connection in a lot of places is so bad that it's like my phone is constantly scanning for networks, and when it does that, the battery drains so quickly. It'll drop like 30 or 40 percentage points of the battery in like 2 hours, just not doing anything. And by the way, that's why I recommend a lot of people, if you're not using your phone, put it in airplane mode so it has no signal, especially when you're driving and when you're sleeping. And also, it's good because you don't get calls and you don't get messages. So if you don't want to be interrupted, just put it in airplane mode. Don't bother turning it off, because then you got to wait to shut it down and shut it back on. So if your phone is a source of frustration in your relationship, just put it in airplane mode. Don't even worry about it. Somebody's trying to call you. I love it. It's like a superpower. Just put it in airplane mode. People try. I don't know what numbers are trying to call me in the morning. People try and call me in the morning. My phone's in airplane mode when I sleep, so they're out of luck. And in some cases, they've given up calling me, and that's a really good thing. I don't know if it's wrong numbers. I don't know. Some of it, it's like telemarketers. Just put your phone in airplane mode, guys. It'll make things so much easier for you. And watch my videos. Stupid. Here we go. Okay, a question. Deidre fears. My crush has a Valentine. What should I do? Okay. Now, I got to get some more information here. Deidre, you're going to get top-notch advice. How old are you? How old's your crush? What's the nature of this Valentine? How do you know each other? And are you getting any signs that this person that you likes you? And sometimes you can't always tell. Some people keep it secret. Some people keep it hidden for years. I don't trust those people. But anyways, so yeah, you got to give me some info to go on. But first of all, I'll say put your phone in airplane mode and watch my videos. Also, use earplugs from school. Okay, but how old are you guys? Also, my stomach is a mess from these antibiotics. Oh my goodness, for this rash I have. It just hits me sometimes. That's all I'll say about that. I got some good yogurt today. That helps. I went to the gym last night, went to the toilet. Oh my goodness. It's like, I didn't know I had to go so bad. But I courtesy flush. And you all better, that's another thing. People out there, courtesy flush. Flush every time you fart, before you fart, not when you think you're about, or not when you try, like, don't try and time it at the same time. It'll never work. You never get it in time. Flush before, and it's a problem with some toilets that are like low flow. The gym, it's nice because they are like, it's like a vortex, like a sonic jet. Some places, some restaurants, really weak flush. That is not good. Really not good. But courtesy flush for the smell, for the sound, and when your turds hit the bowl, don't clog up the toilet. Flush so they all go down. And again, by the way, someone sent me a Bible in the P.O. box. Okay, genius. Stop sending me Bibles. And somebody else sent me an empty, just phone. Literally, it says on the package, description of contents. 1 bubble bag, 14 by 16. 1 piece is bubble plastic from China. Value $1. I think they forgot to send whatever belongs inside this thing. That's it. No more. Hey, if you want to send actual books on movies, go ahead. Just don't send Bibles. Thanks, Coffee is Miss Sunshine. Deidre has a problem here. I don't know. Look, what I got in the P.O. box is literally this. It's just an empty. It's empty. I'm afraid to touch the inside of this thing because I don't know what's in it. I mean, I don't know what. If it's, you know. That's it. That's what I got. And a Bible. Stop sending me Bibles. Nice. They got a little quote on the back, pretending like. Oh, never mind. I thought it was trying to say you'll be rich. What is with you people who send out Bibles, man? Get it together. Don't bother wasting your time with me. Okay, Deidre just didn't answer, so okay, again, my advice for you have a crush and that person has a Valentine. What was the first thing I said? Courtesy flush. Put your phone in airplane mode, wear earplugs, and watch my videos. Then talk to your crush, and they'll notice all these things about you. Just start ranting like I do about people who don't do courtesy flushes, and you'll get a sense if they like you really quick. Because here's the thing, when somebody likes you, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, I haven't done that, but yeah, I would definitely, totally be into that. Like if you said, hey, I'm thinking about going to see the, what movie's coming out? What movies are coming out? Mary Queen of Scots, or what's the it was one of those, you know, costume period pieces that are in the running for the Oscars. You say, hey, I'm going to see that. If the person's interested, you can say like, hey, did you see that? And they're like, no, but I'm really interested. I'd like to. If they're not interested in you, they'll be like, no, I don't like that movie. I don't like the sound of that. I'm just not interested. So talk about the courtesy flush. Talk about putting your phone in airplane mode so you don't get calls when you don't want. And then you'll stand out. You'll be different. There you go. Oh, man. I still feel like my stomach cleared out from last night. So this is good. We're getting a lot done, answering a lot of people's problems, saving a lot of trouble for people out there. This tripod sucks. My ears hurt, so even I'm gonna have to stop talking because even the vibration in my skull hurts my ears. Gotta do more writing. Got more specific challenges for my screenwriting that I'm coming up against, but that's good. My Spanish, I regret that I'm not going after it as hard as I could because still I'm realizing, you know, it's so awkward for me to say certain things. Not really awkward to say words or read, but to string together whole sentences and understand people's sentences. Anyways, I don't know. If that's all the questions I got, I'm just gonna go because I got to get to work on all that stuff. But oh, and also shop at Aldi. So any you got problems out there, just shop at Aldi. Shop at some cheap grocery store. Trader Joe's is good too. Aldi's really cheap, and they pay their employees well. Also, apply for a job at Aldi. Yeah, I'm intentionally homeless. So what? Butler, get that bus out? Huh? Oh, what is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a reference to something? To Clue? Sounds like Clue whenever you say inspector. Let me see what's in this Bible package. Unboxing the Bible. Hey, send me books about movies. I'd be happy to get those. hell? Oh, it's not a Bible. It's some other bullshit. Okay. And shit. And shit. All right. Well, thanks for your shit. Please, try and make sure the person you send that stuff to actually wants it before you get it, before you give it to them. What time is it? I'm gonna get going. This is good enough. I didn't know how funny this was, or how many people would actually have problems they wanted to bring to me, but that's okay. This is still getting going. I have listened to many hours of Loveline, which has given me good understanding that a lot of people are in really bad situations. Oh my goodness, the troubled people that call into that show. That I wonder what they're doing now. I see. What do you? Okay, Inspector Blakely's playing some character. Haha, funny. Okay, I'm going. Thanks for watching, everybody.